The sky had never looked so beautiful, a shade of crimson wrapped in gold, just like the way Taehyung's cheeks had flushed when she first saw him standing at the ether Jeon Jungkook. The name alone was enough to terrify empires, the Mafia King, the legend, the executioner. But for Taeyang, he was still the boy she had dreamed of since childhood, cruelly beautiful, recklessly cold. And now her husband, but not by love, only by force. Their marriage was the result of a deal, a truck between two rival mafia families. Her father sold her as a peace offering, and Jungkook had accepted it with a smirk on his lips and hatred in his eyes. You think that means something? He had whispered in her ear during their wedding dance, voice cold enough to freeze her bones. You think I will ever love you? You are just the price I had to pay for peace. Taeyang had smelled through her tears that night because deep inside her heart she believed no, she hoped that love could meet even the coldest heart. She was wrong. The Hicks lived in a mansion that felt more like a prison. Every hallway echoed with secrets. Every room felt colder than the last. But what hurt the most was not the walls, it was Jungkook's silence. Days passed, then weeks. He never came home at night, and when he did, he walked past her like she was invisible. No good mornings, no dinner, not even a glance. She waited for him with food. She decorated his office. She staged small note of encouragement into his suit, hoping he had noticed, but he never did. And yet she kept loving him. Why? Because when you love someone with your whole soul, you don't need a reason. But even love gets tired of pleading. One rainy evening, Jungkook showed up at the door, get dressed. The Hinks looked up from the book she was pretending to read. Watch. I said, get deserved. You're going out. It was the first time he had spoken to her in days. Her heart skipped. Was this it, the beginning of something new? She wore a simple black dress. He did not compliment it. Of course, he did not. They drove in silence to a sculpted clifftop restaurant. It was beautiful, private, romantic. Too romantic. Why here? She asked. Jungkook looked out into the distance. The ocean roars below them. I like the view. Hank smiled. I like it too. He looked at her, really looked at her for the first time in months. His jaw clenched. You love me, don't you? Her heart stuttered, yes. He nodded, slowly stood up from his seat and walked behind her. That's when she felt it, the cold barrier of a gun against her head. Her breath catching her throat. Gee, Jungkook, I told you, he whispered, this marriage means nothing to me and you remind me of everything I hate, everything I lost. A tear slid on her cheek. You saw you brought me here to kill me. No one will find your body here. Her voice broke. Why? What did I ever do to you? You loved me, he said simply, and I can't afford love. Not in my world. She turned around slowly, pressing her forehead against the gun. Then do it, she whispered. Kill me, but remember one thing, I died loving you. You will never be able to kill that. Her tears fell freely. Now you hate me. But I never stopped loving you, even when you ignored me, even when you broke me. Her voice cracked. And if this is the only way I can set you free, then pull the trigger. His hand trembled. She closed her eyes. He pulled the trigger. Click, empty. She opened her eyes in shock. What? Jungkook was crying real raw tears. I could not do it, he confessed, falling to his knee. I wanted to, I planned it, but the second I saw you sitting there, smiling like a fool, I realized I am the one who's been trying all along. Things step back, heart racing. Why? Why now? Because the moment I nearly lost you, I realized you are the only thing I can't afford to lose. Taehyung knelt beside him, wiping his tears gently. You hurt me, Jungkook. She whispered, I know you broke me. I know, but I still love you. He looked up, even after I tried to kill you. Yes, why? Because love does not need reasons. You taught me that. He pulled her into his arms, holding her like a lifeline. I was scared, he confessed, of loving you. of losing you like I lost my mother, my best friend, everyone I ever cared for. She cupped his face, but I am still here. He leaned into her touch like a dying man finding water. Let me earn your forgiveness. You will have to try harder than food and flowers. Then I will start with my heart. From that night on, everything changed. He stayed home more, talking more, smiled more. He held her hand, ate her food, laughed at her silly jokes. The mansion turned into her home, but one thing never left him: guilt. He had nearly pulled the trigger, and he had never forgive himself. Neither did fate. One night, as Jungkook walked out for a deal, he kissed her forehead and whispered, "Wait for me." She smiled always. He never returned. His enemies had been waiting. A bullet to the chest. He died with her name on his lips. Months later, Taehyung found a journal in his chair. To the woman I could not kill, I never knew what love felt like until I saw you cry for me. If you are reading this, it means I failed to come back. I'm sorry, but I want you to live, love, smile. I don't deserve forgiveness. But if there's an afterlife, I will find you there. She cried for hours, holding the pages close to her chest. Taehyung never married again, but every year she visits that same cliff top. She pees quietly, lies on the edge, and whispers, "You did not kill me, Jungkook. You made me stronger." And in the wind, she always hearted, "I loved you too late, but I loved you with everything I had." The end.